This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. Beginning the program today down at Calder with the Flying Pigeon Handicap, $100,000 event on the turf going 1 1/8 miles, 3-year-olds and up. Let's head to Calder now for the running of the Flying Pigeon.
And they're off in the Flying Pigeon Handicap. Toward the inside, that's Please Me Doc that moves out for the lead. Rushing up toward the far outside, it's Zloty. Then Link to Jimmy between horses. Toward the inside, that's Bandis Passing. It's another length and a half back toward the rail. That's Phi Beta Doc. Half length to the outside, it's Swift Replica. Then it's a half length between horses to Marquette. Mr. Pleasant Far, and the early trailer is Profit Option. They come past the stands and head for the clubhouse turn with Please Me Doc in front by a length. Zloty on the outside with Bandis Passing at the hedge. Length back to the outside, it's Swift Replica. Then between horses, Link to Jimmy. Toward the inside, that's Phi Beta Doc. It's another length and a half to Marquette. Length to the inside, Mr. Pleasant Far, and a length to Profit Option. First quarter, a very slow 25-1. They straighten out for the run up the backstretch, and Please Me Doc's going to play Catch Me If You Can. He's opened up a 5-length lead. It's Zloty in second position. Half length back to the outside, Swift Replica. Then to the outside, that's a Link to Jimmy moving at the hedge. It's Bandis Passing. Another length back, it's Phi Beta Doc. Toward the outside, that's Marquette. Another 2 lengths to Profit Option, and now the trailer is Mr. Pleasant Far. The half and 50-1, 3/4 and 1/14-1, and they move toward the quarter pole. It's Please Me Doc. Took a breather up the backstretch. Now at the quarter pole, leads by 2. Toward the outside, Swift Replica. To the inside, Bandis Passing. That was Please Me Doc bolting the turn. They come to the top of the stretch now, the Flying Pigeon Handicap, and it's Bandis Passing that's opened up 3. Marquette comes on next to the far outside. Link to Jimmy rallies. They come to deep stretch. It's Bandis Passing by 5. He's going to take the Flying Pigeon, and he's going to do it easily. Link to Jimmy gets up for the place with Marquette saving the show.
Bandis Passing, a Calder favorite. He does love this racetrack. Goes off as the heavy odds-on favorite. Wins by 4.5 lengths with a stalking trip on the hedge, drawing clear very sharply over Link to Jimmy, who had a neck in front of Marquette, who was rallying from far off the pace at 13-1. The winner, Bandis Passing, is a 6-year-old bay horse, the son of Past the Line from Fair for Band by Fairway Fortune, bred by Stanley Ursoff in Florida, owned and trained by Stanley Ursoff, ridden to victory by Cornelio Velasquez. Bandis Passing completes the mile and an 1/8 on the turf in 1:49-2. Continuing with stakes racing action, we're heading next to Laurel for the running of the Light the Fuse Stakes, $50,000 for 3-year-olds and up, sprinting 6 furlongs. Let's head down to Laurel for the running of the Light the Fuse.
And they're off. Outstander first out, Shake You Down with early speed, and Sassy Hound came away bouncing too right there on the inside. Sea of Green is in between horses. Now Sassy Hound's on the rail, racing in fourth, a close fourth though, and Deer Run will track along from last with the pace good up front. Shake You Down just by a head from Outstander second, Sassy Hound on the inside, third by a head, Sea of Green racing fourth and a length and a half more. Last of all is Deer Run in striking range though, about 4 lengths from first to last opening quarter, smoked 22 seconds flat, and it's Shake You Down to the outside. Here comes Sassy Hound getting through on the inside with Outstander, and Sassy Hound really flying now with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Let's see, Deer Run's riding the rail and ready to roll on from fourth position as Shake You Down comes under pressure. They get to the top of the stretch, and it's Sassy Hound with a half of 44 4/5 of a second, fending off Outstander. Shake You Down is in third, and Deer Run trying to drive forward from fourth. They're into the stretch now. Sassy Hound, Outstander, this 3-year-old's giving Sassy Hound everything he wants with 1 furlong to go. Outstander shifting out just a little bit. Sassy Hound and Deer Run trying to roll on, late 16th of a mile to come. Outstander, Sassy Hound, Deer Run coming to join him on the outside. Outstander in an outstanding effort in 109 flat in the Light the Fuse stake.
Outstander, a 3-year-old, beating some of his elders in this field at over 5-1. He was a stakes winner in New Jersey earlier this season and has been quite competitive in all of his most recent starts. Dueled very hard on the outside and picked up a 3/4 length win from Sassy Hound, who was rallying after an unhurried early try. Deer Run picks up the 3rd spot with an off-the-pace rally as Shake You Down, who offered quite a bit of resistance in the early going, fades off the board to 5th and last. The winner, Outstander, is a 3-year-old dark Bayer Brown colt, the son of Outflanker from Joyous Susan by If This Be So. Bred in bred in Florida by the Bonnie Heath Farm. Outstander is owned by Paul Manning and Edward Schuler, trained by Rodney Jenkins and ridden to victory by Mark Johnston. Outstander completes the 6 furlongs of the Light the Fuse in 109 flat. Next, we're going to be heading to Delaware for the running of the Blue Hen Stakes, $100,000 on offer for 2-year-old fillies going a mile. Let's head down to Delaware now for the running of the Blue Hen.
Up is Apple Juice. We're set, and they're off in the Blue Hen. Galloping Dancer toward the inside, away well. Lady Echo is right there. Seattle Tack up on the outside. They're across the track. Our Mariah is also right there. Rambler Channel, as they make their way into that first turn. Runaway Channel also challenging for the lead, but they're across the track early on, and Runaway Channel now sticks a neck in front of Our Mariah. Lengthening it further back to Lady Echo and angling toward the inside now. That's Galloping Dancer racing in 4th. 2 lengths further back to Seattle Tack. Let's Just Do It toward the inside. Heirloom Diamond racing in 7th as they make their way down the back stretch. On the front end, it's Runaway Channel showing the way after 1/4 and 24 seconds flat. Apple Juice is right there on the outside alongside in 2nd. Lengthening it further back to Our Mariah, followed by Lady Echo. Let's Just Do It with the rail. Seattle Tack on the outside. Heirloom Diamond between horses. Then comes Galloping Dancer. Maria's Mojo and Nick Lee is at the back. Half in, 48 seconds flat. Identical quarters there as they move into the turn. Runaway Channel leads it still by a neck over Apple Juice. Lady Echo is making a nice 3-wide move. Down toward the inside, Our Mariah, Heirloom Diamond in between horses. They're bunching up. Nick Lee, moving from the back of the pack, quickly joins the fray. Bunched up around the bend. Apple Juice takes over. Apple Juice leads it by a neck over Lady Echo. Heirloom Diamond slips through an opening on the inside, and quickly now Heirloom Diamond to the front as they head for home. The 6 goes in 1:14. Heirloom Diamond in front by half a length. Lady Echo's coming on the outside. Let's Just Do It with the rail, followed by Apple Juice, a furlong to go. Heirloom Diamond in front by a length. Lady Echo toward the outside. Let's Just Do It's coming with a run down toward the inside. Heirloom Diamond roses all out. Let's Just Do It coming on the inside. Heirloom Diamond trying to hold off. Let's Just Do It. Heirloom Diamond wins the Blue Hen. Let's Just Do It 2nd. Lady Echo 3rd. Seattle Tack 4th.
Heirloom Diamond and Jeremy Rose picking up a big victory here at 9-1. His 2-year-old daughter of Grindstone rallies from off the pace after advancing considerably on the far turn, taking the lead in upper stretch and holding on from Let's Just Do It, who was rallying from off the pace. His favorite Lady Echo raced close to the pace in the early going, did loom large at the top of the stretch, but came up just a bit flat, finishing 3rd. The winner, Heirloom Diamond, is a 2-year-old dark Bayer Brown daughter of Kentucky Derby winner Grindstone from Proper and Saucy by Proper Reality. Bred in Kentucky by Trackview Farm, she is owned by SJB Stable and trained by Tim Ritchie. Ridden to victory by Jeremy Rose. Heirloom Diamond completes the mile in the Blue Hen in 1:41 and 3. We're going to be heading to Keeneland next for a pair, beginning with Saturday's running, of the Grade 3 Valley View. The Valley View, $100,000 for 3-year-old fillies, going a mile and a 16th on a turf course labeled Yielding. Let's head down to Keeneland now for the running of the Valley View.
And they're off. August Storm shows for the early lead, but Dankin is there toward the inside. Gilded Nip moves up on the far outside. Dreamer's Glory is also there, and Dreamer's Glory strides out to challenge August Storm for the early lead. Gilded Nip joins them. Guana comes away behind that front trio in 4th, but Dankin is 5th on the inside of With Patience. Then Mariinsky between horses. High Maintenance back toward the rail. Stylistic caught out wide next to last. 5 more lengths out to Kathy KD, the trailer. Opening quarter went in 22 and 3/5 seconds. Gilded Nip opens up on a 3.5-length lead heading up the back stretch. Dreamer's Glory second by 2. August Storm is third by 1.5 lengths. Then Guana between horses. Bedanken against the rail with Patience up on the far outside. Mariinsky tracks behind that trio and keeps High Maintenance pinned down toward the inside rail alongside of her. Kathy KD starts to close the gap from last and moves up to join the field now. The half in 46 and 3/5 seconds. Gilded Nip just bounds along on a 5-length lead heading to the far turn. August Storm moves up the rail to challenge Dreamer's Glory for the second position now with Patience is fourth, still running 5 lengths off the lead. The lead is dwindling midway on the final turn for Gilded Nip, who leads it only by 2. Dreamer's Glory second 1/2 length. August Storm is third with Patience on the outside is fourth. Then Stylistic and Mariinsky. Guana has dropped all the way out to last, but Dankin is still 8 lengths off the lead. 6 furlongs, 1:12 and 3. With Patience, Dreamer's Glory challenging Gilded Nip. Mariinsky, Stylistic, and Bedanken on the outside with High Maintenance down the center of the course. But Bedanken is charging forward, and out of this wall of horses, final furlong, Bedanken challenges Mariinsky. These two come to the front. Bedanken short lead from Mariinsky, then High Maintenance and Stylistic. Bedanken and Mariinsky. It is a photo finish in the Valley View, either Mariinsky or Bedanken for the win in 1 minute 44 and 1/5 seconds.
Bedanken comes back off of a layoff. Last time out, picked up a victory in the DeBartolo Oaks at Louisiana Downs on the turf and returns here with another turf victory, making it 2 for 2 on the grassy surface. The switch obviously suited her very nicely. She gets a game nose win over the favorite Mariinsky, who had run up here at Saratoga, run very well. In fact, High Maintenance, Bill Mott filly, who has gone through her allowance conditions and now moving into some stakes company, picks up the 3rd spot, I believe, picking up her first graded stakes credentials with this effort. The winner, however, Bedanken, a Gray-Aroan 3-year-old filly, is a daughter of Jerry from Donka by Strawberry Road, bred in Kentucky by the Pin Oak stud, obviously of Mr. Paulson origin. I'm sure that Pin Oak purchased Donka in full to Jerry, and thus produced this filly. The winner is owned by Pin Oak Stable, trained by Donnie von Hemmel, ridden to victory by Donnie Pettinger. Bedanken completes the mile in a 16th on a yielding turf in 1:44 and 1. Continuing at Keeneland with the Thoroughbred Club of America Stakes on Sunday, $125,000 Grade 3 for fillies and mares going 6th. Let's head back to Keeneland and the running of the Thoroughbred Club of America.
And they're off. French Riviera broke sharply with Sweet Nanette there to vie for the early lead as well. Don't Count Us Out comes out running in the 3rd position. And then Miss Photogenic followed by Juke back toward the rail. French Riviera gets clear with a 3-length lead heading to the far turn. Sweet Nanette goes second but is caught out toward the far outside. Then Don't Count Us Out. Juke against the rail goes fourth. A gap of 2 more to La Galerie. Then Miss Photogenic, Away, who's running over a dozen lengths off the lead, flanked by Free 4 Racing. And then Fuse It, and Cat K is last midway on the final turn, nearly 20 lengths out of it. 21 seconds, however, for the opening quarter, and French Riviera leads it by 5. Don't Count Us Out is second by 5. Sweet Nanette goes third. La Galerie takes toward the center of the track along with Miss Photogenic. They both move to the outside of Juke, and they're followed by Away. Cat K is toward the rail last, coming to the 8th pole, still a good 15 lengths off the lead, the half in 44 seconds. French Riviera leads it by 4. Don't Count Us Out is second by 5, and then Away, who goes to third. The rest have running to do. 19-1 odds here for French Riviera, who springs the upset to take the Thoroughbred Club of America, winning it by 5 lengths, is close for second. Either Away or Don't Count Us Out. The time 1 minute 9 and 3/5 seconds.
French Riviera obviously liking the muddy surface at 19-1, 5.5 easy lengths the better. In only her 5th career start, she had broken her maiden right off the bat at Lone Star, came back in a minor stake, was beaten badly, but went to the sidelines after that, came back with 2 very nice allowance victories, moved into stakes company, and beat a pretty good group of fillies in here. It was 5.5 lengths back to Don't Count Us Out, 4-1. 4th choice in the wagering, with Away going off as the favorite, interestingly enough, being outrun in the early going, making up some ground, but without making much of a dent on the leaders. Very disappointing performance from Cat Key, the winner of this race last year, who really never got involved after running very, very wide up the back stretch, finishing 9th rather in the field of 10. The winner, French Riviera, a chestnut 3-year-old filly, a daughter of French Deputy from Actonella by Seattle Slough, was bred in Kentucky by the Triple Joy Farm, owned by Barnett Stable, trained by Larry Robideau Jr. Ridden to victory by Donnie Mesh. French Riviera completes the 6 furlongs on the Keeneland Mud in 109.3. We are going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be heading out to the West Coast for racing action from both Northern and Southern California. Please stay tuned.
Arlington Park highlights this weekend stakes action. On Saturday, it's Breeders' Cup Day with $13 million in purse money, featuring the $4 million Breeders' Cup Classic. On the undercard, it's the $100,000 Right Here, Right Now Safely Kept Handicap, the $100,000 Black Tie Affair, and the $100,000 Steinlen Handicap. Opening weekend at Aqueduct on Saturday has the Grade 2 $150,000 First Flight. Also the Grade 3 $100,000 Sport Page. On Sunday, it's the $75,000 Miss Grillo and the $75,000 Pilgrim. Santa Anita on Sunday features a Grade 3 $150,000 Carlton F. Burke Handicap. At Keeneland on Saturday, it's the Grade 3 $150,000 Fayette Stakes. And opening day at Churchill Downs on Sunday has the Grade 3 $100,000 Act Stakes. Catch all the action this weekend at any Capital OTB location.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. Next, we're going to be heading to Bay Meadows for the running of the Palo Alto Handicap, $60,000 for 3-year-olds going a flat mile. Let's head to Northern California now for the running of the Palo Alto.
And there they go. Halo Tyra's out for the lead inside a Primo Copy. A.B. Noodle attends the pace from the inside, and now she assumes command. Ponch de Leona slips into third. Further back is Victoria's Garden, Doc's Little Angel, and Half Fair. A.B. Noodle to set the pace. She has a 2-length advantage over Halo Tyra through the clubhouse run. It's another length and a half to Ponch de Leona. More than 3 to Primo Copy, another 3 to Victoria's Garden, who's better than a length clear of Half Fair and Doc's Little Angel. 22 seconds for the opening quarter, 5/8 to travel. A.B. Noodle has the lead, just under 2. Halo Tyra will follow from second. She sits in a chilly position. Ponch de Leona's third, well placed, 3 to make up, and about 2.5 for 3 clear from Primo Copy. It's another length to Victoria's Garden, a length and a half to Half Fair outside of Doc's Little Angel. The half 1 in 45.3. They advance to the 3/8. A.B. Noodle has the lead. The margin still is just under 2. In second is Halo Tyra creeping a little closer. Ponch de Leona finds herself in an ideal striking position if she's good enough. Further back is Victoria's Garden. She's a good 5 from the leaders outside of Primo Copy. Another 2 to Half Fair, and Doc's Little Angel is the trailer. 3/4, 109.4. They're at the top of the lane in the Palo Alto Handicap. A.B. Noodle confronted by Halo Tyra. They have a 2.5 length lead over Ponch de Leona inside the final furlong. Victoria's Garden's fourth. Final 16th. Halo Tyra and A.B. Noodle. They face off through the lane. It's Halo Tyra with the lead. Halo Tyra in front. Halo Tyra and Russell Mays, they capture the Palo Alto Handicap over A.B. Noodle. Ponch de Leona for third, and further back was Half Fair.
Halo Tyra picking up the victory here by a length over the favorite even money choice, A.B. Noodle, with Ponch de Leona back in the third spot. All 3 of them showing very good speed. The winner pressing the pace 2 wide, making a solid bid at the 8th pole to take command by about a length. The winner, Halo Tyra, is a chestnut 3-year-old filly by Sonny's Halo from Native Tirade by Native Tactics. Bred in Texas by Dan Miller II, owned by James Connors, Greg Quinlan, and Phil Rowe, trained by Chuck Peary, and ridden to victory by Russell Bays. Halo Tyra completes the flat mile of the Palo Alto in 1:35 flat. Heading to California once more, Southern California this time, for a pair of juvenile sprint races over the weekend at Santa Anita, beginning with the Sunny Slope for 2-year-olds going 6. Let's head back out to California for the running of the Sunny Slope.
Away they go. Will appear to come out well. Only the Best flies to the lead. Only the Best opens up 2 lengths in the first few jumps. Getting up second is Desert Boom. Here's Knightsbridge Road along the inside. Then comes Roll Hennessy, Roll down at the rail. Spencer is the grey, 6 lengths off these leaders. Between those two comes Domestic Dispute. On the outside is Red Apache. They're all tightly grouped in the second bunch. Then another gap of 5 back to Hellcat. And at the back is Taliano. Into the turn they go, and Only the Best absolutely opened up on them. Only the Best best by 6 lengths with 3/8 to go. Spencer is now coming after him second, then Desert Boom, Domestic Dispute, and Red Apache all in a line. Roll Hennessy Roll in the green colours just behind them. Knightsbridge Road is down at the rail. Taliano's a good 12 off these leaders, and at the back is Hellcat. They turn for home. Only the Best now has to try to find more. Spencer, Domestic Dispute, Red Apache all chasing gamely. Only the Best still clear by 3, desperate to hold on. Spencer coming home gamely, Domestic Dispute, but Only the Best just too tough today, and Only the Best goes all the way. Only the Best wins it just over 2. Domestic Dispute second, then Roll Hennessy Roll and Spencer.
Only the Best and Pat Valenzuela breaking from post position 9 and picking up a 4-1 2-length victory after drawing clear in the very early going. In fact, hustled out to almost an 8-length lead heading up the backstretch. Had 2 on Domestic Dispute, who rallied from a stalking trip into the second spot, with Roll Hennessy Roll shipping in from Ruidoso Downs to pick up the third spot. The favorite in the field was Spensive, who chased the pace in a very wide position early and was just out finished for the third spot. The winner, Only the Best, is a 2-year-old bay colt, a son of Smokester from Mesquite, missed by Mehmet. He was bred in California by Mr. and Mrs. Alvin Toffel. He is trained by Alvin Toffel, or owned rather by Alvin Toffel, trained by Brian Lynch, and ridden to victory by P-Val, Pat Valenzuela, picking up the victory. The final time for the 6 furlongs of the sunny slope, 109 flat. Heading back to Southern California now for the running of the Enokia. Basically the same conditions, this time it's 2-year-old fillies. Let's head back to Santa Anita for the running of the Enokia.
Where they go. In the center, Segovia coming away well, but now Ain't It Sweep sprints away, and Ain't It Sweep opens up on Segovia. Ionia coming through at the rail to take second. On the outside is My Honey Bunny in the 4th position. Down at the rail, Honest Answer. Here's Pushasako in the white colors, 4 lengths off these leaders, and at the back comes Forest Native. Past the half mile they go. Ain't It Sweep in front, 1.5 lengths to Ionia. Pushasako now moving up comfortably in the white colors to take third. Honest Answer at the rail. Then comes My Honey Bunny. Now here comes Forest Native moving in the pink colors, and Segovia has dropped out last. Coming to the quarter pole, they're turning the pressure on now. Pushasako on the outside. Pushasako takes the lead with 1/4 mile to go. Honest Answer at the rail. Now Forest Native has been unleashed, and Forest Native in the pink on the outside. Ionia's in with a shot. Homeward bound, Pushasako. Forest Native on the grandstand side, coming home tenaciously. These two now pull clear to battle it out. Pushasako along the inside. Forest Native on the grandstand side. They nose and nose. Pushasako gonna just get there. Pushasako outrunning Forest Native, and Pushasako takes the Enokia Stakes to Forest Native, close for third. Ionia or Ain't It Sweep.
Puxasako, last finishing third at Calder, behind Ivana Venelot, ships out of town, takes all the money, wins by a length after showing reasonably good speed. She was squeezed a little bit at the start. She made a nice bid between horses and ended up taking command at the top of the stretch. Forest Native picking up the second spot after settling a little bit off the rail into a very good position under Kent DeSormo. Ionia back 4 lengths behind in the third spot. She had shown some reasonably good early foot, a little bit out off of the rail, but was not able to hold on by the top of the stretch. Pace quite quick, and Puxasako took advantage of it. She is a chestnut 2-year-old daughter of DeHare from Salty Sal by Cox's Ridge, bred in Florida. Bred in Kentucky, based in Florida. She was bred by Homer Noble and Gano's Stable, owned by Richard Rowe and trained by Janine Sahadi, and ridden to victory by Mike Smith. Puxasako completes the 6 furlongs of the Enokia in 109 and 4. We're going to head back to Belmont next, and we're going to take a look at the Maid of the Mist for New York-bred 2-year-old fillies going a flat mile, the opening stakes race on New York Showcase Day on Saturday. Let's head down to New York for the running of the Maid of the Mist.
And they're off. Rockin' Rachel Ann bobbled just a bit coming out from the gate, but got up there quickly. There goes Ormsby's Treasure to be the early leader. Ormsby's Treasure takes the field down the back stretch. Scarlet Billows comes on through from her inside post to be second. Dockstyle is now third. Blink Twice is on the move early. 4th on the outside. Combanchera 5th between horses. Rockin' Rachel Ann shuffled back to 6th. A slow beginning for Beautiful America, 7th, but making progress now. Then toward the inside, it's Bare Neck. She's a smoking in a bit bit of traffic trailing. Down the backstretch, chasing Ormsby's Treasure. Scarlet Billows a length and a half behind her. Blink Twice is hustled up, now third. And on the far outside, Combanchero in the clear and revving up from fourth now. The quarter went in 22 4/5 seconds, rounding the far turn after a half in 45 4. And Blink Twice right to the throat latch of Ormsby's Treasure. Combanchero a threatening third, and it's 2 lengths back. 2 lengths back to Beautiful America, who's now fourth as they come to the top of the stretch. Bernick moves through between horses from fifth. She's a Smokin' is sixth, and she's only about 5 lengths from the lead. Scarlet Billows is thrown in the towel in the field, turns for home. Combanchero short lead. Blink Twice working hard down toward the inside. Beautiful America is coming on. She's a Smokin' is fourth. Down to the final furlong, Combanchero under a heavy drive beneath John Velasquez. Beautiful America right at her throat latch now. Those two, nothing between them, 100 yards to go. She's a Smokin' is third, and it is Beautiful America. Beautiful America in front to win it by a head. Beautiful America out kicking Combanchero to the line. She's a Smokin' was third.
Beautiful America makes it 2 for 2 in a row now in Stakes Company with a very nice trip. She got off to a bit of a poor start. She did make a nice 4-wide move. The sweeping turns at Belmont seemed to suit her very nicely, and she and Combanchero hooked up. The two of them basically almost inseparable throughout the drive, but Combanchero did weaken just a little bit late, allowing Beautiful America perhaps a little bit more experience paid off here for her to pick up the victory. Combanchero running a very nice race in only her second career start against some pretty nice and experienced fillies, picks up the second spot as the favorite. She's a Smokin', rallies from well off the pace after being outrun in the early going into the show spot. The winner is Beautiful America, a 2-year-old bay daughter, dark bay or brown daughter of Dixie Brass from Eye of the Beauty by Bounding Basque. Bred in New York by Thomas C. Reba, owned by Mr. and Mrs. Chester Broman, trained by Ramon Hernandez, and ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Beautiful America completes the flat mile in the Maid of the Mist in 1:37 3. Continuing with Showcase Day Stakes action, the Sleepy Hollow for New York-bred 2-year-old colts and geldings, once again going a flat mile for $100,000. Let's head back down to New York for the running of the Sleepy Hollow.
And they're off. And Gallant Soldier was squeezed back at the break, had to take up right from the beginning. It's Unbridled Drive who makes the lead, makes it rather easily, clear by 2. J.B. Hood on the outside is second, and Funny Side is unhurried. He's rating back third in between horses in the early stages here. And then it's Gallant Soldier, who is off to that clumsy beginning. He's not far from the pace, fourth on the inside of Funny Side. Then a break of 3 back to Go Rockin' Robin, and Spite the Devil trails the field as Unbridled Drive takes him through a fairly soft first quarter there in 23 2/5 seconds. A controlled tempo set by Sean Bridgmohan and Unbridled Drive. J.B. Hood is second, and Jose Santos has a very hard hold of heavily favored Funny Side. Well held in third position with a half mile to go. Then farther back, it's Go Rockin' Robin, Spite the Devil, and Gallant Soldier. The half went in 46 2/5 seconds. It's still Unbridled Drive in front. J.B. Hood second. On the outside, Go Rockin' Robin. Funny Side now. Funny Side looking for a seam and finds it on the inside, and there he goes. Funny Side is coming up now after the lead and takes over as Unbridled Drive gives way. The field turns for home. It's Funny Side in front, and Spite the Devil is going to take it to him as they turn for home. Spite the Devil is in front. Spite the Devil is in front by a head. Funny Side on the inside, in tight. Now Funny Side's in front. A furlong to go. Funny Side the leader, now beginning to edge away from Spite the Devil, who took a bold run at him. Farther back, Go Rockin' Robin is third. Funny Side in front. Spite the Devil full out, trying to come again. Funny Side holds on. Funny Side wins by a neck over a determined Spite the Devil today. Go Rockin' Robin was third.
Sunnyside gets it done, but not in the style a lot of people thought. This horse had won his 2 races by over 22 or 23 lengths. This time just holds on for a neck victory over Spite the Devil, who he had handled quite easily in his last start. Obviously, Spite the Devil moving forward a little bit here. The Mudcocks may have given him a little bit better grip on the racetrack as he runs a solid second after having spent much of the summertime running against Open Company. Go Rockin' Robin, who had been very nice early maiden breaker, did have a couple of setbacks along the way, but comes back with a very nice third place finish here. 38-1 to pick up the third spot in this very competitive field of only 6. The winner, Funny Side, is a chestnut son of distorted humor from Bell's Good Side by Sluicide. He was bred by the Windstar Farm, which of course is based in Kentucky, but they have got some horses that they do breed and keep here in New York and are obviously eligible for the New York program. As a result, Funny Side is available to run as a New York bred. Windstar bred this horse in the state of New York. He's owned by the Saratoga Stable, trained by Barclay Tagg, and ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Funny Side completes the flat mile of the Sleepy Hollow in 1:36.3. We are going to pause now for one more brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at the rest of the card from New York Showcase Day. Please stay tuned.
NYBreds.com, the online home of Thoroughbred Racing's best incentive program. NYBreds.com features sales and racing news, farm tours, articles by some of racing's top riders, the latest results, plus photos and streaming video of New York bred stakes races.
Here comes Critical Eye, and Critical Eye has won.
NYBreds.com has something for everyone. If racing is your full-time business, you want to see the leaders in both owner and breeder awards, and a list of stallion earnings courtesy of the Blood Horse. Racing fans will want to see the latest press releases from both NYRA and Finger Lakes, plus contests where you can cast your vote for New York bred divisional champions, or even name a newborn foal. Want to take your interest in racing to the next level? NYBreds.com shows how being an owner or breeder can be both fun and rewarding. Thanks to the New York Breeding and Racing Program. NYBreds.com has it all. That's NYBreds.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue with Belmont's New York Showcase Day last Saturday with the running of the Iroquois, 7 furlongs for New York bred fillies and mares, sprinting 7 furlongs. Let's head back down to New York for the running of the Iroquois.
And they're off. Mattie May, there goes Runaway Tiger, and We'll See Ya. Runaway Tiger out to take the lead. We'll See Ya second on the inside. Dat You Miss Blue is third. And then it's Heavenly Rose racing fourth. And Mattie May is away fifth. Textbook Method well out into the track. She's sixth. Followed by See You in My Dreams, who's now seventh. Little Lori Lou is on the move from eighth position. Followed by Belongs to Moni and Princess Dixie the trailer. Racing for the far turn. Runaway Tiger. Dat You Miss Blue is pushing her along through a quarter that went in 22 and 4/5 seconds. Mattie May in perfect striking position at the half-mile pole. She's running third. Heavenly Rose, We'll See It, comes through on the inside of Textbook Method. Little Lori Lou gathering momentum 4 wide as they round the far turn. Dat You Miss Blue has come away with the lead. There's nothing left for Runaway Tiger. Mattie May chasing Dat You Miss Blue as they come to the top of the stretch. Heavenly Rose is running third. On the far outside, Little Lori Lou is fourth. Textbook Method between horses. We'll See It drops back toward the inside. Princess Dixie on the far outside. Dat You Miss Blue has another gear and turns it on. Dat You Miss Blue in front by 5-6 lengths at the 8th pole, leaving Mattie May in her wake and Princess Dixie on the outside third. Dat You Miss Blue with an eye-catching performance today, winning by 5.5 on the wire. Princess Dixie was second, Mattie May was third.
Dat You Miss Blue tried the turf for a pair, did very nicely on the turf, switches back to the main, and picks up a 5-length victory, throttled down by Jose Santos. Jose and John Velasquez splitting honors on New York Showcase Day. Princess Dixie, a 3-year-old filly coming back off of some time off, comes back with a very nice effort to finish in the second spot. Mattie May, most recently winner in this condition last time out against New York breds, has to settle for the third spot in here after showing decent speed throughout. She was 3 wide on the turn, but was no match for the winner. The winner, Dat You Miss Blue, is a 5-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Cure the Blues from Emma Loves Marie by Wild Again. Bred in New York by the Land and Knight stable. She is owned by Cynthia Knight, trained by Jimmy Jerkins, and ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Dat You Miss Blue completes the 7 furlongs of the Iroquois in quick 1:22 and 4. Sprinting males next in the Hudson Handicap, once again for New York breds, $125,000 the purse. This time the distance will be 6 furlongs. Let's head back to Belmont now for the running of the Hudson Handicap.
And they're off. Smokey is a Bandit heading for the early lead as Wicked is there. A1 Rocket toward the inside. Well Fancied. Tom's Thunder on the far outside is running in 5th. Strike the Brass is 6th. Private Enterprise is 7th. And Peach the Pro moves up from 8th. Y2J is now 9th toward the inside, followed by Brickens and Vodka. On the far outside, Safe. Florida Sandy has only 1 horse beaten at this point. That is Magic and Bird, the trailer. Around the far turn, A1 Rocket. Smokey is a Bandit pressing hard as Wicked keeping pace with them. Well Fancied just in behind the lead. Tom's Thunder on the far outside, right there 4th with 3 furlongs to go. Then farther back, Private Enterprise is running on strongly, 6th, only 4 lengths from the lead. Followed by Vodka and Peach the Pro. Say Florida Sandy still wide as the field turns for home. Smokey is a Bandit with a tenuous lead at the top of the stretch. Tom's Thunder rolls up on the outside. Well Fancied dives to the rail for running room now. 1 furlong to go. Tom's Thunder short lead. Well Fancied trying to squeeze through there on the inside. Here comes Vodka. Say Florida Sandy is there. Magic and Bird running on late. They're coming down to the line. Well Fancied gets through to win. Some daring do by Johnny Velasquez to get the victory on the rail with Well Fancied. It's close for second between Vodka and Tom's Thunder.
Well Fancied goes off as the favorite and gets a very nice trip here under John Velasquez, showing good speed in hand. The horse actually bumped the rail, in fact scraped up Johnny's boot pretty good, but did get through on the rail for a driving 1-length victory over Tom's Thunder, who had been running against some pretty competitive older claimers, has been back and forth between Money Allowance, Claiming Company, and these New York bred stakes, where he has always been competitive. Vodka, back off of another long layoff to finish 3rd, did get some pace into which to close, didn't have the easiest of trips making the wide move after being outrun early to pick up the show spot in here. Say Florida Sandy finishing the order of the Superfecta with a 4th place finish here after being outrun 5 wide throughout. The winner, Well Fancied, is a 4-year-old bay colt, the son of Prosper Fager from Patty's Fancy Trick by Tricky Creek, bred by Seymour Cohn in New York. Owned by a partnership of Sanford Goldfarb, Stuart Hoffman, and Jonathan Fleisig. Trained by Richard Dutrow Jr., Well Fancied and John Velasquez cover the 6 furlongs of the Hudson Handicap in 109 and 4. Fillies and mares next on the turf in the Ticonderoga New York breds, of course, $150,000 in the distance, 9 furlongs. Let's head back to Belmont for the running of the Ticonderoga.
And they're off. Blue Iris, I Met Somebody, and Eventail heading for the early lead. Sparkling Ava pulls her way on through. Racing into the clubhouse turn, Sparkling Ava and Eventail going at it head-to-head, but it's Sparkling Ava, the quickest of them all, out for the lead. Sparkling Ava in front. Javier Castellano, Jose Santos, trying to throttle down her speed early. Eventail right alongside in second. Shopping for Love is in the early mix on the outside 3rd. And then it's I Met Somebody 4th, followed by Wake Up Kiss, well held in 5th. Lady du Jour is racing 6th. Rum is 7th between horses. Blue Iris shuffled back on the inside. She's 8th. Then Spectacular on Tap is running in 9th position, followed by Dynamic Lisa. Some Irish Legend is the trailer as the field continues up the backstretch. It's a tight pack now, and 3 of them sparring for the lead. Eventail, Shopping for Love, and Sparkling Ava across the course. The opening quarter went in 25 seconds flat. 5 furlongs to go. Eventail now emerges with the lead as they race for the far turn. Shopping for Love. Jerry Bailey right alongside. And then it's Sparkling Ava, who's been reined in to run back in 3rd. Wake Up Kiss right there, positioned for clear running on the outside 4th as they enter the far turn. Then Rum, I Met Somebody down toward the inside. Lady du Jour, Dynamic Lisa, Spectacular on Tap, Blue Iris, and Some Irish Legend around the far turn. The half went in 50 and 3/5 seconds. Coming to the top of the stretch, Shopping for Love and Eventail head-to-head for the lead. Wake Up Kiss under a drive running 3rd. Rum rallies on the outside 4th. On the inside, it's Sparkling Ava racing 5th, then I Met Somebody, Dynamic Lisa. There's 1 furlong to go, and Eventail is tenacious. Here comes Rum on the outside. Shopping for Love fights on. Inside the final furlong, Rum rolls up to take the lead. It's Rum in front, Shopping for Love 2nd, Eventail a weak in 3rd, Dynamic Lisa, Wake Up Kiss coming down to the line. Rum, the winner, by almost 2 lengths. It's a close photo for 2nd between Shopping for Love and Dynamic Lisa. Wake Up Kiss was 4th.
Rum picking up a nice off-the-pace win here. She swung a little bit wide into the stretch under Johnny Velasquez and drew off to a length and three-quarter length victory over Shopping for Love. The favorite, Dynamic Lisa, rallies from way off the pace at 47-1, I believe, making her stakes debut in this spot. After being outrun early on this soft turf, she was able to make up a lot of ground late under Mike Luzzi. The winner, Rum, has been very competitive of late against good open company. She was beaten by Babet in a graded stakes race in New Jersey last time out. Ships in, takes on the New York Breds for really the first time in quite some time and gets a very nice victory here. She is a 5-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Gopher Gin from Marion Miss by Halo. She is, of course, the older half-sister to Private Emblem, a New York-bred open company stakes winner this year. In fact, a graded stakes winner this year, bred by the Berkshire Stud and Oak Cliff Stable in New York. Rum is owned by Leonard C. Green, trained by John Service, and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Rum completes the mile and an eighth on the turf course that was labeled soft in 153-2. More turf racing New York Breds next in the Mohawk Handicap. $150,000, once again, 9 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. Let's head back down to Belmont for the running of the Mohawk.
And they're off. Bicentennial World of Wonder, Reluctant Groom, and Preferred Guest on the far outside, racing for the lead, and Preferred Guest trying to clear the field, but just to his inside is Reluctant Groom, who now pokes ahead in front. Reluctant Groom sparring with Preferred Guest in the early going. Celtic Sky moves up on the outside to be third, and World of Wonder is reined in back and forth. Quiet Ruler is fifth. Bicentennial well held in sixth. Robbie's Rockin' a reserve seventh. I'm All Yours is eighth. Whitmore's Con is at the back of the pack in ninth position, about 9 lengths from the front runner. Chasin' Women is also reserved. Hags Castle is the trailer. Moving into the backstretch now after a quarter in 26 2/5 seconds over the soft turf here. Up top, Reluctant Groom is the leader, holding a narrow advantage over Preferred Guest, who's sitting chilly back in second. And then it's Celtic Sky, reserved behind this moderate pace in third position. Quiet Ruler is unhurried in fourth. Then Bicentennial World of Wonder, I'm All Yours. Whitmore's Con still about 7 or 8 lengths from this easy pace. To his inside, it's Robbie's Rockin', Hags Castle, Chasin' Women trails the half in 53 1/5 seconds. It has been a pedestrian pace with Reluctant Groom leading the way throughout. A tactical advantage for the front runner, Reluctant Groom. Preferred Guest still his shadow with 3 furlongs to go. Quiet Ruler being asked to pick it up. Whitmore's Con is revving up on the far outside from fourth. Bicentennial right there in the thick of it fifth. Hags Castle going to be spun wide far outside sixth. Then Celtic Sky right there down toward the hedge in seventh, and World of Wonder. They're off the turn. They're into the stretch, and Quiet Ruler is charging hard on the outside. Preferred Guest comes on through. Reluctant Groom is spent. Whitmore's Con in with a fighting chance with 1 furlong to go. Bicentennial World of Wonder nowhere to go. Quiet Ruler 2-length lead. Whitmore's Con second. Preferred Guest third. Hags Castle, Chasin' Women. They are all chasing the winner here. Quiet Ruler, who wins by 2. Whitmore's Con, Chasin' Women, followed by Hags Castle.
Quiet Ruler, John Velasquez, a big upset here, 45-1, a length and 3/4 lengths, the better of Whitmore's Con, who made a big menacing move on the turn. Unfortunately, came up just a little bit weak. I think that on that soft turf course, his being 4 wide was not the easiest thing. He had to sustain a long bid. He's able to get the second spot from Chasin' Women, who is also seems to have been recently revived with the switch onto the turf surface. A very nice effort. Unfortunately, some of the horses that a lot of people expected big things from last year's turf champion, New York bred I'm All Yours, rated a little closer to the pace than usual and dropped back rather dramatically, finishing off the board. Celtic Sky was blocked inside for almost the entire running of the race without being able to really ever shake clear, and ended up also finishing well back ninth in the field of 11. The winner, Quiet Ruler, did finish 8th in the Ashley T. Cole last time out, but was beaten by less than 4 lengths in a big blanket finish. Goes from post position 10 on Saturday under the leading rider at the meet, John Velasquez, to sweep to a very strong victory. Quiet Ruler, a 4-year-old chestnut colt, a son of Woodman from Rivermore and by Riverman, was bred by the Gallagher Stud right here in New York. owned by Randy Sarf, an old Brookside farm, trained by Russell Mueller and ridden to victory by Johnny V. Quiet Ruler gets the riding services of Johnny V when Todd Pletcher scratched finality. Certainly worked in his favor, as he is not only the leading rider at the meet, but the leading rider in New York Showcase competition as well. The 1 1/8 on the soft turf course, covered in 155 flat. One more race from New York, that of course, the Empire Classic, $250,000 for older New York breds, going 9 on the main track. Let's head back down to Belmont one more time for the running of the Empire Classic.
And they're off. Sophisticated Man is there. Brave One is gunned away from there to lead the field, and Brave One, very enterprising in the first quarter mile here, opens up a quick lead of 4 lengths. Aggressively ridden is Brave One to lead. And then it's Mr. Determined on the outside second. Sophisticated Man is now third. The Big Apple races in fourth, followed by Toddler fifth on the outside. And the Big Gray Gander. Gander races sixth, about 8 lengths from the freewheeling front runner. Then it's Running Today, now running in 7th position, followed by Sherpa Guide 8th, Personal Pro is 9th, Stablemates, Compelling World, and Mountain Intrepid, and Lord of the Thunder trails the field. Up the backstretch, chasing Brave One, a 22-4 opening quarter. Brave One the leader with 5 furlongs to go. The half in a strenuous 46 seconds flat. Mr. Determined is getting closer in second. Gander has been positioned on the far outside for clear running. He's 4 wide at the half-mile pole. The Big Apple right there in the thick of it, and he's 3 off the rail. A break of 3 to Sophisticated Man, now running in 5th. Running Today is 6th on the outside, followed by Compelling World. Lord of the Thunder comes through on the inside, then Sherpa Guide. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Mr. Determined fighting on toward the inside as Brave One is given way. Gander on the outside is taken over at the quarter pole, and Gander turns into the stretch with the lead. Mr. Determined and the Big Apple are second and third. Lord of the Thunder is a late threat on the far outside, and he is coming hard with Sherpa Guide down toward the rail. Compelling World all-out drive. Gander digs down for the last furlong. Lord of the Thunder with a bold late challenge, and on the outside, Compelling World. Gander trying to hang tough. Compelling World a flying finish. Here's the wire. And the gallant Gander got it. Gander wins. Compelling World coming with a flying finish to be second, and Lord of the Thunder was third.
Gander and Richie Migliori, his new rider. Richie has been aboard now for his last pair, both good races. A runner-up position in the Woodward, a grade 1 behind Lido Palace, following that up with a nice victory here. He did not break as alertly as he often does, and did run very nicely up the backstretch, made a bold move into contention, drew off at the top of the stretch, and Gander has a tendency to look around a little bit when he gets to the lead, but he had enough left under high weight of 126 pounds to hold off Compelling World, who has been very competitive when he has run in New York bred company. Lord of the Thunder, earlier this year, considered a possible Triple Crown candidate, did suffer a couple of injuries and setbacks, returns off of another layoff to rally from way off the pace at 40-1 into the 3rd spot, beaten by only about a length for the whole thing. The winner, Gander, is a 6-year-old Grey Roan gelding, a son of Cormorant from Lovely, nursed by Sawbones, bred in New York by Angela Ragnetta, owned by the Gatsis Thoroughbreds and trained by John Terranova, ridden to victory by Richie Migliori. Gander, back in New York bred company, a grade 1 stakes place New York bred, making his winning his 2nd Empire Classic. He did win the Empire Classic in 1999. Has spent most of the time in open company since then. They decided to skip Breeders' Cup competition this year and pick up a victory in the $250,000 Empire Classic. Gander completes the 1 1/8 of the Classic in 1:48.4. That wraps up Horses and Courses for this week. Of course, next week will be one of our busiest Horses and Courses. It is, of course, Breeders' Cup week. We'll have all the Breeders' Cup races for you here on Horses and Courses, as well as a number of supporting stakes from Arlington Park. And hopefully we'll have time to get in some stakes from other parts of the country as well, obviously. Continuing with stakes racing from New York, Aqueduct opens midweek, so we will have a midweek feature as well as Saturday and Sunday stakes from them. Out in California, the stakes racing will be continuing as well at Santa Anita Oak Tree Meet for the fall. Thanks everyone for joining me this week, and we do hope you'll be able to join us again next time for Horses and Courses.